Each time I do one of these videos, I'm going to give y'all the same disclaimer I always give, okay? When it comes to who you fall in love with from a racial standpoint, whether it's intra-racial or interracial, get in where you fit in. Get with the person who makes you happy, who have things in common with you outside of just beauty, okay? I mean, I'm not saying because that can be a reason you're attracted to someone, okay? So get with someone, even if it's based on your preference, if your preference and yourself have common goals and things, okay? I always give that disclaimer because the photos will give another suggestion. So when you find that person, if you're going to get married, get in where you fit in. I did a series on my other channel, the Evergreen Wave, called the Fairy Tale series that I didn't quite finish this year, and I got that from Mr. Burns. So let's just go ahead and get right into this article. I don't have any TikTok, right? And I don't really have Instagram. Never had either one and don't want them. Don't want Snapchat either. Don't want Twitter either. And don't know how to get rid of my forever Facebook. Here's the thing. I don't get satisfaction after going after people, but this is a prime example of what I'm talking about, this article right here. I'm personally glad that people are checking her because she deserves to be checked. I don't understand why these people divorce people, then let them live rent-free in their head, then hint that that person makes them miserable when the person, and we've seen this with a lot of relationships, this one included, because I told you I don't like talking about celebrities. I'm using this as a real life example. If these men are not the fairy tale you wanted, because there's no such thing, and I'm going to get into that before I end this video, why waste their time? And that's not even what I want to really get at. See, the biggest thing I knew was going to come out of an American marrying a British royal, and it's nothing against these two, is that people are going to look at them as some sort of happy fairy tale. Did you not peep the reason that those two left Great Britain in the first place? No. All you care about is the outer visage, the fairy tale, the same lie you tried to put up with someone who didn't want to divorce you. You wanted the divorce because you was worried about your money. Now his career's growing and you want to play victim. I don't care who this offends because I'm telling you how this looks. See, y'all want happily ever after. You want a fake myth. You don't want for better or for worse. Because I'm hearing stories of people walking out of their marriage just because their spouses lost their jobs. Lost your job is euphemism for you got laid off and had no control over it. Lost your job is euphemism for it moved overseas and your bosses have decided they can make more money overseas. I'm seriously hearing of people breaking up with men or leaving full marriages because the going got tough. Not because of lying, cheating, stealing, the most common reasons people get up and leave. You're feeling deceived just because that person don't make as much money as you think they should, or they don't make as much as you when you got with them knowing that they made less. Then talking about how you want your fairy tale. Prince Charming is not coming for y'all anymore. And I said this on my other channel earlier this year. I may or may not clip that video, but I'm not so sure. I'm loving this thing where people are checking her simply because you knew what you were getting into. You was with this person for 22 years. You could have put this to a halt at any time. Now you want to live vicariously through somebody else's real life royal life. Y'all are having these midlife crises earlier and earlier for no reason because you don't check yourself. You want to blame the situation on some exterior force so that you don't have to take responsibility. I'm personally glad. I don't remember if it was Instagram or TikTok, but it could have been Twitter, but one of those three, they were checking her big time. You and this man aren't together anymore, and you continue to get your butt on this here internet and talk about him. Why? I'm not saying men don't do this either. I'm seeing this trend in women of all races. I gotta tell y'all something. I don't know if you'll ever watch this video, but Corey Hardrick is a very classy man. Unless y'all know something I don't know, most of the time he don't clap back at what she has to say. And this coming from a man, to my knowledge, who did not want this divorce at all. Can you imagine wanting to work something out with somebody, and because you didn't make enough money and they knew this before they married you, they want to get up and keep bad mouthing you, and all you want to do is move in peace because you knew that you staying with that person didn't bring them peace because you didn't move as fast as they thought you should have. That's why I clap back to a degree at this. Let's get married and make things together, because I know black couples on YouTube I'm sub to that do that, and I have the greatest admiration for them. But y'all treat these men like a la carte relationship, like they have to do something right now. They have to stay on something 24/7. And then something simple as they lost their job, and that's out of their control. Oh, I got to break up with you. I can't be broke. So by your logic, if you lose your job and you're a two income household, he leave you, then what? Y'all really be up on something, wrapping yourself up in somebody else's relationship or fairy tale when you really don't know how those people get down behind the scenes. And if you believe the tabloids in Great Britain, that marriage is in trouble. I take no satisfaction out of that, and I'm not gossiping. That's not my business what goes on in people's household. But what I'm saying is, you shouldn't base your real life off of the fantasy of what you think someone else has, because this is what this really is. And women do this more than anything. Oh, I need my fairy tale prince. She was just smart enough to come out and be honest with it and say it. So all along, you're mad at the person that you were married to because they didn't fit into the fairy tale that you wanted. And then when y'all wake up 50 and 60 and 70 something years old by yourself, you don't understand why. When you get with somebody, I don't care how beautiful they are, how intelligent they have, how much money they have. Life is not a linear process. Some stuff gonna go down with y'all to where it's gonna be out of your control, and it's going to test you. And those tests are going to determine how well you can handle life, because life is just going to life. You all in out subliminally said when you said that everybody, that people should have the happiness that those two have. You literally mimic the fact that you think people should live in a fantasy, in a fairy tale, be happy all the time. The earth we live on, you're not going to have a happy day every day. In an ideal, perfect world, that would be beautiful. In reality, it is not. If a marriage has to be a fairy tale, I'm telling y'all right now, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, do not do it. Because this stuff is hard work. It's anything but that. And if you should find yourself divorcing someone because they weren't who you thought they were, whether you have kids or not, the internet's forever. Have enough decency and class to just walk away in peace and let that person be.